All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Cheap Seats, episode 12. And I got a few things to get off my chest here in the first go around here in the top host tip off.
Uh-oh.
We'll get to the swear jar and all that. Okay, a couple things. The Edmonton Eskimos are now the Edmonton football team, and the Washington Redskins are now the Washington football team. How long did you sit around a table, look at each other, and go completely dumb and figure this was the best route to go to name your football team? I just don't
They're
understand.
not permanently called that.
For this
Temporary.
season, they said Washington is going as the Washington football team for this season.
I get that, but it's not a permanent. That's the name of their football teams forever.
Boys,
I like
if
it,
that's,
actually.
if that's the creative juices flowing through a board meeting, there's issues. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
you can't come up with a name and then change the name again it's
So pick a good one. You have enough money. Wow.
this
Hey,
came out of nowhere. I didn't know we were talking about this, but
I personally like the fact that they went with that. Yeah, I think it actually. I wouldn't even be opposed if they kept it. I'll
Oh,
put it that way.
no.
Not both. Only one of them can have it, but
Well, couple big things happened actually today. Obviously, the MLB season started, which is awesome. Had some
got her on right here.
have a parlay going. I got the Dodgers Giants in the background here. Just need the Dodgers to pull their heads out of their asses and maybe get on the board early this year. We now have a 16-team playoff for baseball, which is good. I think it's going to be really fun to watch. More of a
You like that, Lane? I thought I
do.
just could picture you just flipping.
Well, I really-
you?
Well, first of all, that means my team has a 50-50 chance of making the playoffs, which is the best chances they've ever had in their life. So
They don't, though.
They don't.
Well,
50-50.
well,
A little worse than that.
8 out of the 16 teams are going to make the playoffs.
They got a 50-50 chance of winning or losing every game, too.
Yeah, I don't think their odds are still 50%. That's what I'm
I
gonna
like
say.
Seattle's chances. Like I said, I'm going to be honest. A lot of these teams, I'm just going to say it right now, it's not going to be the standard juggernauts are going to make it. Whatever team gets hot and whatever team avoids the COVID. Juan Soto today, he's going to be out 14 days.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was big.
hit to a lot of fantasy
longer.
teams. I definitely don't have any shares in him, so I was rather glad to that. And I actually traded Clayton Kershaw the other day, who is now on the injured reserve. Shocker that he's not healthy because that's just his MO. So,
I really would have thought Soto would have shuffled right by that COVID virus. Just
Oh, God.
Oh, don't ever do that again.
can't stand that tool. God, he's brutal.
Okay,
Great player, great hitter, just brutal.
he's
Brutal.
a great player. I'm not a fan. So Tap House Tip Off has the swear jar, Boomer. Where are we at?
We actually had a pretty cheap week last week there. Granted, we had Wilson, who's coming in hot lately with his profanity's been pretty on peak here the last few weeks. We actually only
I
had
was just
Butterfly spreading his wings, folks, right in
welcome
front of
back, Wills, by the way. Good to
Yeah.
have you.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
This didn't
But
feel right
nice.
without you. We
I
got
was
the
gone. I was in Regina. I got to tune in on Soda 11 on my way home. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoyed
The
it.
tripod was okay. It just didn't feel right without the fourth leg of the desk. So
Well, I don't know what happened. If you guys were scared to
Drumming
disagree
up
with
that
Wilson,
line all week, Lane.
I tried. I was trying to come up with a good one. It just didn't come out right. What was that, Boomer?
I said I think it was more. It more spoke to Wilson's presence on the show that you two were being so agreeable the entire time. I
That
couldn't
was
believe
a little
that.
bit.
But anyways, we had two
Okay.
each last week. We're in for $12. So that's the new swear jar. For those of you who follow us on Twitter, you saw the picture that I posted. They were very, very pleased to get the $167 from all our profanity donated to the junior golf program. So that's very good. Keep that tradition going.
Do we
As
want to
Jeff
talk
said
about
last
that at
week,
all? Or?
My apologies to all the puppies and kitty cats that are going hungry again for my stupidity and Calvin Johnson. But payback is like what they call. It is going to be a bitch this week, boys, because I'm doing the questions for the trivia, the stump, the Schwab version. And we're going to see what you three are bringing to the table. It's not so easy on the other side, Jeff. I got the timer ready to go, and I'm going to be counting it hard on you, bud. We'll see where you're at. So
You're gonna rig this so I lose. I can already see it.
did you think it wasn't going to be?
Okay,
Well,
well,
he-
you admitted
He
it.
left out NFL, which was by far my strongest, so he's already catering to you, Pratt.
Well, he
Oh,
put
come on.
NBA in there, and look
NBA.
at you run with that, Wilson.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will beat you guys on all three. Just watch this.
Oh.
I can't wait.
He's been studying all day. I know it.
Oh, yeah,
Studying what?
I saw him at Blackbeard's tonight. He wasn't studying. He was lecturing his child on politics, I think. But yeah, no, it was good.
Okay, so we'll do our giveaway. I posted. I took the ball away from Boomer, and I kind of paid the price for it. He made me do the draw for the names and everything this week, apparently. But from now on, you're on that. So I'm not.
My tweets are money, man. They were putting asses in the seats.
But I wanted to get some good word of mouth going. The MLB was coming, and it was. I was getting kind of pumped. I was super pumped to leave work. Did they tie it?
1-1.
Nice. Ooh, I can feel the parlay already. I miss betting, folks. I just miss.
I know. Nothing
What
like
else?
having 23.75 on the line here for me.
Oh, just too much. Bet 365, you magnificent bastard. I'm back and in full bloom. So we shit, what was I talking about? Oh,
Pizza.
the pizza giveaway. Yeah, I posted on there about the MLB and seeing about the matchups and a lot of people different selections. I kind of didn't see a couple. Lee, I don't know what the hell that came from. Twins and Cards, did he say?
Who said that?
Lee.
Oh, Lee loves the Twins and the Cards.
Well, and it's not far-fetched, but I mean,
Oh, it's the Cards.
I swear it was Twins and Cards. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Somebody said the Twins. I know that. But
Yeah.
It was cool. I was actually pumped. I was pumped to see some predictions there.
Yeah.
Other than, I mean, it gets so like I mean, Yankees Dodgers is just.
Well, where's the fun
so
in
easy.
that? Like, there's
Yeah.
no.
Well, that's my prediction. So that's. I mean,
I mean,
Awful.
for the smart money, yeah. But I mean, like, I want some juice in there. Give me some. Let me see some points. Like, let's do it here. So, we got those guys in the draw for the old free pizza. Got it right here, folks. So we'll see who's getting the pie this week. CT Chris Tarnas.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very nice. Very
Chris
nice.
Tarnas getting the large pizza from the Tap House.
Let's go.
Who did
Right
he predict?
Waiting
Who
for
did he predict?
Who did he predict?
Yeah, what was his pick?
God,
His was good, I think.
don't know.
I'm not looking it up.
Yeah, well, don't look it up.
Pratt, you got the trivia for the gift card?
I do. 2 players. Ice Factory trivia.
Yep.
Long weekend coming up, people. Hit up the Ice Factory. Best prices in town. I don't know if people know that.
Oh, I was there today.
Okay. Question was only 2 players. Hit 300, 500 steals, 3,000 hits. Ichiro and Paul Molitor were the answer. We got 12 right. Pid got in at the 11th hour.
We were ready to go live, and he got her in. Yeah.
Pidsy, your name is in here.
Good.
What a nice dish you use.
That is. It's a
I
very.
think those are my dishes.
That's a very
My
deep
cereal
Pratt
bowl.
That's a very. Yeah. That's.
That's the smallest. Is it
This is
Pid?
no joke.
Yes.
Ted. Ted with the gift card.
Pid. I
Perfect.
got all the names in here, boys.
I'm actually pumped about that.
That's funny.
Me too.
Almost didn't get his name in. Okay, this week's question is going to be, what Estevan-born hockey player was drafted the 6th round by the Florida Panthers? No more hints, no more clues. That's all I'm saying.
Just trying to make her a little less Googleable.
Yeah. Tweet it if you want. Put it in our or DM. However you want. We don't really care.
Just trying to make it a little tougher.
Can't stress it enough, though, folks. Let's get some retweets. For the love of God. Can I,
I think
Can
that's
I
on
get a
us. I
retweet?
think, Lane, I think that's on us to provide something retweetable. So up your game, maybe.
we're
Maybe
giving him we're giving him stuff to. Really? I can't do anymore. What do you? You want me to start posing like Costanza on a couch? I'll give those pictures away if we'll get a retweet.
Yes, I
Dear
do.
God.
Do it. Do it.
I'll do it. Okay, so we'll get that up on Twitter for the trivia contest. Our top 5 this week. We hummed and hawed. Kind of we're going both ways on it. We decided to go with the top 5 most overrated athletes. I guess you could say of all time, just our top 5, who we think is overrated. I got a couple good ones here. I'm going to start off with my number 5. I'm
That's a
saying
good
Brett
place to
Favre.
start.
This is not a slight at Wilson. It is not a slight at Wilson. I'm saying Brett Favre. Brett Favre is a good quarterback.
Seriously, Lane, fuck off. Don't even finish this. Just go to the next
100%.
one.
100%. Brett Favre is a good quarterback. 13-11 playoff record.
That's Lane. That's
Oh, boy.
24 playoff games. He's made the playoff 24 fucking
And
times.
he's only won 50% of them,
Or
essentially.
not 24 times, but play and what?
So he lost almost half those games.
How many more players have played in a playoff game?
That's not the question. Did he win more? Did he
One
win
more than he lost.
barely? An 86 QB rating in the playoffs. Horrible, Wilson. Horrible. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I'm saying, is he overrated? And is he one of the greatest of all times that people say he is? I totally disagree. He looks good in Wranglers. Give him that. It's not bad.
Real comfortable jeans.
Real comfortable jeans.
Better get the DVD.
Yeah. That one was definitely
Lane.
one of the first ones that came to my mind. Wasn't a personal
No,
thing.
it was not.
It absolutely was. My number 4, Jeannie Bouchard. Just absolutely, what have you done? What have you done for me lately? Like, you're on Twitter, you're good looking, give you that. Like, you're good, and you're a good athlete, but you had potential. You could have been one of the best tennis players in Canada, let alone, forget you probably were in Canada. I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things, you could have been a top 10 tennis player, women's tennis player. You've just totally derailed. I don't even know where you are anymore. Your Instagram is exploding. I just don't know
Was
really.
she ever rated high?
He did have,
Was she a bust or is she overrated?
well,
Big difference.
maybe I'm looking at it from the Canadian fan standpoint, is where she got a lot of attention and a lot of notoriety.
He definitely was overrated for a while there based
Yeah.
on her fame and everything like that. Like like you said, social media and everything. But
I think her
But
looks
give
are
her credit.
overrated.
She did give that dude a
Oh.
date. Hey,
I do.
Easy,
Brad,
Jeff.
I
take
do.
it back. I'm taking next week off if this is how we're going to start this show off. Lane saying Favre's overrated and Pratt saying Jeannie Bouchard, her looks are overrated.
Yeah, you're right, Wilson. She's no Serena, eh?
Pratt settled down on the.
Come on.
Hey, you got to give her credit though. She
Lights off
did
here.
hold up to her end of that bet with the guy in the Patriots Falcons Super Bowl when they did come back. She did go on a date with the guy. That's
That's
pretty.
true.
It could
Twice,
be.
I think.
She manned up. She went. Number 3, Brock Lesnar. I still hate you. I won't get over this. I'm just setting the whole not giving me an autograph thing aside for now.
I don't think you are.
I kind of am. Okay, I'm kind of not, but nonetheless. He supposed to be this big beast. Like, I mean, I get it. He's good, and he was a good UFC fighter and all that. But he lost quite a few matches that he shouldn't have lost. And I know he had health issues and this and that. But to me, Brock Lesnar could have been one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. And I think he kind of flopped, and I think he kind of got too over-enveloped in the money and having the easier work schedule with WWE, and then left UFC, and that's just kind of my take on that one.
You know, real quick, Lane, I wonder if that's MMA in a nutshell. Because if you kind of look at everyone, there's just so many guys that just they don't have the dominance that you see in maybe other sports for the superstars. Like eventually they just kind of fall off. Like,
Oh, and that's true.
You get sick of getting punched in the face too, though. Like,
No,
let's
but
be honest.
yes,
I'm
he
not
did it
saying
for a long
I'm
time,
actually
guys.
giving them credit for that. Like that, maybe this a career in MMA is not as easy to put together as just these
It's
small.
not supposed to be
Or
long.
the other thing
No,
was
it's that way.
maybe the parity, like you guys, maybe the parity is just there. Ronda Rousey was super dominant for a long time, and then she got her ass beat, right? Like
even she could fall into the overrated category, to tell you the
100%.
truth.
Like she was on my short list. But I like where you went with that, Wilson. That's a good point. You don't see like Randy Couture's and Chuck Liddell's anymore, right? You don't. GSP.
You could even throw them in the list. Like it's kind of fighting's a weird one.
Michelle Wee, possibly one of the. She could hit it. She like okay. I read some articles too. Great women's golfer. Pretty easy to look at too. I won't lie. She had all the makings of being a superstar, and just it was one thing after another. Injuries, attitude, didn't have the drive, wanted to do something else, wanted to do this, and like I understand people change their direction in life and whatnot, but when you're given a skill and a gift like that, it's you almost owe it to
a little
yourself.
bit more of a bust than she is overrated.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it that
These are
she was
busts.
highly touted? Like what did she?
Yeah,
ever
but that's a
win?
bust.
yeah, Lane, you just actually poor fella.
Anyways, though, I agree though she's busted.
Did you just say poor fella to me?
Just sometimes you trying to prove your point, you just dig
No,
a deep.
but I think okay, it can come from both sides, right? Like I understand where you're saying she's a bust, but the thing is I just don't see as where she was as good as she was made out to be. Maybe that's where I'm.
All the bust, yeah.
Maybe that's a bust. Maybe that's a bust. Okay. Fuck. And honestly, my number one, I could have gone a couple different ways with this. I'm sorry, Bucko. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, well, that's one that was on my list that I'm taking off.
Just super highly overrated. Any playoff game he's played in, he has been non-existent. Like bad. We're talking bad. We're not talking.
Lane, he's
Give him a little bit
started.
of a credit. Just go with the stance of it's more of a prediction than it is a reality at this point.
Has he played one full year?
One
Played one full year. He's been in for that was his sophomore year.
Yeah.
one playoff game.
No, he's 2 playoff games.
Has he?
Yes.
Started?
I didn't think he started the last. I didn't think he started.
Whatever. Baco
Anyway.
is losing his mind
Yeah.
right now.
Well, pretty much all of Baltimore is. They better beat Brock
Okay.
to Lane's house in Lapman there.
Cheap Seats fan 306 from Baltimore is
Hey.
a lot of pain right now. He's pissed.
Yeah, they're just
Lamar Jackson has now played in 2 playoff games in his career. He lost both, and they were 2 of his worst games as a young pro.
Did he start the first one?
Yeah.
Did he?
okay.
Okay.
That was your number one?
I'm wrong.
That was my number 1. Sorry,
Wow.
overhyped,
All right.
overrated. Teams will figure him out. Boomer brought this up a few episodes back. Coaches will figure him out. We'll see how it lasts. Sorry,
I'm on the same page. I'll support it, although the playoff thing's a little bit hard.
Well, I'm pretty pumped you didn't say poor fella again. So
I don't know if I want to go next now, but
well, guess what, Boomer, you're up, bud.
all right. I threw my number 5 and 1 in there just for Wilson, just for Wilson's sake. Tracy McGrady. He's a name that you heard so much when he was in the league and like how good he was and how like I just, to me it boils down to the guy never ever played a complete season. Every time he was in the playoffs, they lost out first round. And like now you hear people talking about like possible Hall of Fame consideration. Why is anybody talking Hall of Fame for that guy? Like,
He was a
am I
prolific
way
player.
off?
He was one of the more talented basketball players of all time. He definitely wasn't part of the super team thing at all. Like he was like an MJ, just not quite MJ. Like he put it on my back and I'll carry it, right? Like
But couldn't do it.
Yeah, he couldn't
Well,
handle
he
it.
had some pretty monster games. I will never forget that game against San Antonio where he scored the 9 points and
No.
45
No, that
seconds?
isn't it 13?
Yeah, it's
Reggie was
yeah.
9.
Oh, right.
Reggie was
Yeah,
9.
McGrady scored, and they were down,
McGrady
what,
was like
85,
13
72,
and
I think. Something like
37 seconds or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Impressive. And I mean, like, he was a great
Sure.
talent, right?
But
Oh, for
Boomer,
sure.
to
Yeah.
give you credit, just should have stuck with the Raps. Him and Vince should have.
Yeah.
That would have.
Well,
It's
okay, and
sad
here's
they didn't win a chip.
here's
They
what
didn't
was
win.
funny. Like McGrady, I came up with, and I was doing some research, and like I try and bring stats to this thing, and you know what I kept finding was like people saying that Vince Carter is overrated, and I
That
was
is.
kind of like,
He's
oh
never
my
even
God, if you look
came
at it,
close to a championship.
yeah,
Like he
yeah,
did he lost to Philly in 2004
seven.
or whatever, but
When he bricked the shot at the buzzer.
Yep.
Went to go to his college
graduation.
graduation. Yeah.
But
yeah. So that was one that I
let's not.
found.
We've already thrown Favre under the bus. We don't need to do Vince here. So.
Okay, so now
Moving on.
number 4, and you guys are gonna laugh, but Michelle Wee. And the reason that I'm saying Michelle Wee, and I don't care, Wallace is pointing at me, he's pumped about this, but we've been hearing about this girl since she was 12 or 13 years old. And over and over and over and over again, this is the female tiger. This is the next coming of God, basically. This is going to be the best player. This woman is going to dominate. She's going to make Annika Sorenstam look mediocre, stuff like that. And she has won once on the LPGA Tour in her life. It was the U.S. Open in 2014. That's one tournament. Okay, if you guys want to call that a bust,
Exactly what it is.
fine.
I'm like, are you guys?
No one was ever
Never
saying
saw
Michelle
it.
Wee is so good on the LPGA. She's amazing.
Then why was she still in Nike ads until like 2016?
Just look at her. She's
What did Lane
6'1"
say?
and
What
gorgeous.
was Lane's response to how she's not hard on the eyes?
But
That's your
okay,
answer.
she's a
Fine.
bust.
Then let's call her a hot woman, not a golfer. Number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3, Philip Rivers.
Ooh.
Philip Rivers.
I knew you'd have that one.
Philip Rivers is
Dang.
dog shit. Philip Rivers is not that good. And I never ever
Jeans.
thought he was that good.
Skinny jeans.
Well, what's Philip Rivers? 6'6"? His release point is right here. That ain't how you throw over an offensive line with any kind of skill. I have no use for this guy. I don't think he's that good. He's got a 3-4 playoff record. He had LaDainian Tomlinson playing for his team for a massive part of his career, playing in one of the worst divisions in the first half of his career,
Mhm.
and he still couldn't make it count.
I truly think he is the reason why too. Like, not only it's his attitude. I just don't think he's a leader at all.
No,
Like,
me
I
neither.
don't think he was able to lead any of those teams, even if the talent should have taken them farther. So he
I
was
think
on my list.
Indianapolis
too,
is
but
going to really regret that signing, by the way.
Indy. Well, oof.
He's
Yeah.
an asshole, but how did so many people become Charger fans?
Well,
Like,
they
I
went
know
to
a bunch
Super
around
Bowl
here.
in '95, so I'm just assuming we got bandwagon jumpers who were like, "Ooh, new
Who is a
team."
Charger fan?
Yeah.
Tomlinson, JL is. Rockaber's a
Pitt?
Charger fan.
Pitt used to be. I think he abandoned though. That was a
Did he
sink.
pull a shoot?
Arlen Harrison, Charger fan.
They're around. But
There's a few, and I still say it's from the '95 year. It just
See, but I don't think that any of
Or
those
LT.
people. I don't
Dan
think any of those
Humphreys playing
people-
QB.
They're not going to say
Sale?
that Philip Rivers is as good as everybody made him out to be. I think I don't know. I don't have
He
much.
was overrated, Boomer.
Absolutely he was. Absolutely he was. I dove in, I dipped my toe here into the UFC world, but for a different guy, and it's Tito Ortiz. Basically, and I had him overrated essentially because it kind of felt like he knew the Chuck Liddell fight was coming, and he was always kind of like, yeah, well, like next super fight, Chuck Liddell, before there were ever super fights. And he kind of danced around that. And then that rivalry kind of kept things going. And it was funny because it seemed like Tito never ever really had to worry about any other legit challengers. I'm not saying that there were any at the time, but he kind of fought some, yeah. And then like after he had lost, he beat Ryan Bader. And all of a sudden, and maybe this is the fighting realm, but everybody was saying, oh man, oh, he's going to turn his career around. He had a totally different style. He's just, he's not. And I don't think he ever was. In my mind, he wasn't even like, maybe you guys will correct me when I say this, but I don't even think he was a top 3 light heavyweight in his era, because there was Chuck Liddell, there was Randy Couture, and there was Rampage Jackson not yet fighting with the UFC. And I think they were all better.
Have you seen the 30 for 30 on him and Liddell?
Yeah.
It kind of, like, I agree, Boomer. He just, it was almost like this flash in the pan. They're going to ride his coattails because he was good for the sport.
Marketable for sure.
Yeah, for sure he was.
Exactly it.
Was he Huntington Beach killer?
The Huntington Beach bad boy, Tito Ortiz. Yeah, and he'd do that stupid jump 4 feet in the air every time he was in the ring across from his opponent, right? And yeah, like I said, I don't know. To me, he was overrated when he really wasn't even that guy for the time that he was successful. And my number one is really, really obvious for anybody that knows me. And it's Joe Flacco, the other Baltimore Ravens quarterback, who is a bag of shit. Never, ever deserves any accolades that he gets. Outside of one extremely successful playoff run, he's mediocre. He's only thrown for more than 21 touchdowns 3 times in his 12-year career. He's eclipsed the 10 INT mark 10 times in his career for a 218 to 141 TD to INT ratio. He has 1 Super Bowl MVP, which is, like I said, where he clearly peaked in his career for a few weeks there during that playoff run. And he's never even made a Pro Bowl.
Arnold is gonna lose his shit.
Well, you know what?
He knows
Bucko knows about Flacco. He'll admit it now. He's admitted it to me now.
I don't think he will.
No, he's admitted it to me personally, and if he says that he hasn't, he's full of shit. Joe Flacco is overrated. Joe Flacco is absolutely overrated, and whatever. Hang him up, bud. You suck.
Might have to have a special guest one of these weeks.
Oh God, he can't. No, like maybe you can have to come on and debate Wallace on Lamar Jackson. There's no debating that Joe Flacco is actually elite. There's a Twitter account devoted to calling Joe Flacco elite for satire. Not a lot of players have that. So,
like it. Quick side interjection here. They got out of that jam there, Wilson?
Well, my TV kicked out. That's what I'm kind of like ready to rip it off the wall and freak out here.
Can I have it if you please? I need a TV that's
you'll see as these episodes go on, as sports pick up a bit, we're going to be interjecting scores and bets as we go along. Yes, the Dodgers did get out of a jam there in the top of the 5th, so the dream is still alive for $48. Pratt, let's hear the top 5, bud.
Okay. None of mine are busts. They're all actually overrated. Where'd Wilson go?
To fix his
He went to pee again.
I'm listening. Don't worry.
I gotta see it.
He went to pee in the corner again, like episode 3.
Why are you throwing your okay?
Number 1, we'll start with LeBron James.
I seriously knew you were going to do this. That's why
The reason why that tool is overrated.
Is it number 1 or is this number 5?
Okay, 5.
Okay.
I don't have them in an order.
Thank you. Needed to clear that up.
You are a joke, Pratt. To throw a basketball player in it, especially.
He's so talented. I get it. He's so good at the sport of basketball. But this is why he's overrated. The fact that he is so often compared to Michael Jordan. How is that not being overrated? Because all three of you know he's not even in the same conversation.
I got a question. In reality,
same conversation.
I heard this stat the other day, and it's something like if somebody started right now and played in every single possible playoff game that they could play in for the next 12 years, and they scored 30 points per game, they would still not equal LeBron James' playoff record, like for points. It's something crazy like that.
He made 8 straight championship games.
Yeah.
Like he went the max every single
Again,
year.
Again, I give him credit for one championship as far as LeBron James goes. Cleveland, he had to get the hell out of Cleveland and go and join a team. Like he didn't drive the team, he had to join the
Glad you
superstars.
brought this up. I am so happy you brought this up because I knew you were going to say LeBron. And
Yeah.
Pratt, he's
good. He's great.
changed the game.
But
he's not overrated.
when he's compared to Jordan on a daily basis, I think that's being overrated.
Because he changed the game of basketball. He is a revolutionary player. He's generational. He is like the next coming of Jordan. You can totally put him in the same sentence. There's a lot of people that argue he's better. Like a lot of people that argue that.
Young people argue that. Maybe now that they watch the documentary, they'll change their mind. But any basketball purist does not say it, except for
I
Isaiah
guarantee. I just listened
cannot
today.
compare-
Nick Wright, he is all about LeBron's better than
Hey, if you want to
Nick
do an
Wright.
episode where we debate Jordan and LeBron,
that's
Nick
a tough
Wright.
one for me,
Hey,
but
Nick Wright is
Listen to me
overrated.
for 2 seconds. You cannot compare LeBron to Michael. You can compare LeBron and Kobe. You cannot compare
Right.
LeBron to Michael.
and I'm saying he's compared to Jordan so much that
Right.
makes him overrated. That's
I'm
my
sorry.
point.
And
Yeah,
I
but
I respect LeBron. I know how good LeBron is.
Yep.
Look. I
I
just
think we're gonna have to do this now, and this is gonna break my heart because I love MJ. But yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
Next
God.
Jeff, you can't be mad. You can't take points away from LeBron for
I
having
just
to even
knew
go win a
Pratt. Like
championship.
I don't know if you guys got together.
Yeah,
after
did you know
last
that?
week.
Did you know I was going to do that?
You guys have now we got Favre. You knew LeBron was going to get worked up.
Yeah.
Skip.
Did you have one in there? I am just like it was after last week's
Yeah.
episode.
Oh man,
Skip an episode.
Michelle Wee got you, didn't it, Wilson? That one threw you over the top.
Wow, I just feel bad for you
Okay.
guys not knowing what a bust is.
Well, I feel like LeBron must be a bust too because he was supposed to be better than Jordan, and he's not.
No, I agree with Wilson on that. You guys don't know what to. But anyways,
Well,
okay.
You're right. You're right. You're
Hold on
right.
here.
Hold on a second. Ryan Leaf is a bust. Baker Mayfield is a bust. Nobody I listed here is a bust. They
Okay.
did not.
Number 4, Praxton.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyways. Sorry, Lena. Yeah. Okay, my next one. Also one of the greatest. Well, no. I don't even put him in the top echelon. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. I don't know if any of you name me a boxer Mike Tyson beat.
Vander Holyfield.
You
No.
is that a legit question?
And if you know, good on you. But who did it name someone he beat?
Well, I don't have it off the top of my head, but the guy was one of the
Buster
most
Douglas?
dominant boxers.
This is my point, Lane. Though
Buster Douglas.
he beat no names his whole career. He beat like
He beat a dime
financial
store.
advisors or accountants that were moonlighting as boxers, basically.
I've heard
Dude,
this,
he
Brad.
beat
He
every
beat
person that
boxing when it
challenged
was
him.
dying.
Every
Yeah.
number one contender that came at him, he beat them.
Like, well, how do you not know a number one contender then? He fights
Buster
Holyfield, he
Douglas,
loses
Peter
twice. He fights
McNeely,
Lennox
like,
Lewis, he loses twice.
What?
Who else did he fight? Thought I had
Okay,
it.
well, Pratt, you
Fight
take a
Lennox
dirty
Lewis.
beating for
Hey,
How old was
like
he when he
4 or
fought
5
Lewis the
years
first
and
time?
then end up having to go through a court trial accused of rape and know you're going to jail. Let's see how your career goes, bud. Like,
Well, sorry, I'm not gonna give him a pass because he did that.
Guys,
but you're
you
gonna
know
call
what?
him
We just
overrated?
Probably good for our viewers.
Oh,
here's a little bit of a thing that I've read and I actually somewhat agree with, and we just talked about him, is MJ and how the NBA took Michael Jordan and they marketed him, they built the sport, and it actually it made basketball global. And you almost can put Mike Tyson into what boxing tried to do to hang on a little bit longer to that, because boxing was huge. And then they got Tyson, and then they tried to market Tyson, and it flopped. And I think, to go along with Pratt's point, he beat a bunch of duds that just didn't, the sport wasn't there. So to compare him to your Ali's and stuff like that,
Yeah.
almost, I do love Tyson, and I do think he was a killer, and borderline could have been, like, it's tough to take it away, but
Yeah.
from a career standpoint, he doesn't have the accolades that I think.
And when he did fight the guys, he lost and bit their ear and did all that sort of shit. So, yeah.
Actually, a ballsy one, but a good one.
Yeah. Another. I kind of went well, it's one answer. My first thing I thought of was Colorado Rockies sluggers in the 90s. And then I just kind of went over Dante Bichette as being overrated.
Oh dear, you're gonna get some feet flap on that, I'd imagine.
Oh, the numbers.
Oh
Drop
boy,
kick you. How?
Why?
How is he overrated? No, I can't wait to hear this.
this is gonna be awesome. Lane's gonna give him the floor, and he's gonna take it back in 10 seconds.
No,
I can't wait.
I'm interested to hear it. Let's go.
My top 5 is generating a lot of arguing here. Okay, Coors Field in the 90s, what it was, and I don't even care. I love it, right? Those guys, they had like 4 guys with 40 dingers, 120 RBIs. But look at the careers outside playing on the Rockies. It's worse. Plus comparing Coors Field numbers to road numbers, it's insane. You can't. Now Coors Field's different today. They changed it, right? It's this. I believe it's the 7th easiest park to hit home run in now. I'm talking in the 90s when they had Ellisberg, Scalaraga, Bichette, Castilla, Walker. Great players, but their numbers were fudged because of what played in Colorado was. Like, I wrote one down. Bichette one year had 40 home runs, 128 RBIs. At Coors Field, he had 31 home runs, 83 RBIs. Like, what did you do on the road, buddy? You hit 9 dingers?
Likes playing in front of his parents at home.
Yeah.
I actually find this funny because Pratt's the big Bonds fan and steroids, obviously. So the numbers thing, I'm having some funny, just a feeling of Pratt arguing about numbers because of a baseball field and stuff like that. But Bonds clearly took an edge on the steroid thing.
I'm not taking their numbers away and doing all that. I'm just saying those players were overrated because of the stadium they played in.
So then we can say Bonds is overrated because he cheated.
No.
No, he didn't cheat at the
Okay.
time, remember?
Anyway,
I'm just seeing Pratt. I'm just seeing where the line is, right? I'm just seeing if I don't have to
Oh dear.
step the line or.
I just had to. We got to. It's like
The
a
line is
Bonds
here,
thing once
and the
knows.
Patriots are way over here.
Oh God. Patriots.
You want to go down that route again?
When did
Anyways.
they join the MLB? Anyway, continue.
Okay.
Next one.
The other one, Vinny LeCavalier.
Ooh.
First overall pick. That guy was, I think, touted as damn near a superstar for his career, and he was not a superstar.
One cup,
You
right?
can argue all you want, but
Google is getting a workout.
he had
here.
one season, great season, 52 goals, 108 points. He had another in the low 90s, I think. Nowhere close to that. 848 points in 1,212 games and a minus 140. You're a first overall pick that has been like celebrated for a great player, but I just think he was put on a level.
Cripes. He almost sounds like a bust, Jeff.
No.
Towing the line, but he was touted as he was playing, I think.
Yes.
First overall pick kind of shit the bed. Sounds like a bust.
Yeah,
No, but
sounds
he didn't
like
bust
a
the bet. Alexander Dagg's a bust.
I don't know. I'm kind of laughing at the fact that Jeff doesn't know the difference between a bust and an overrated player.
Well, now, if you guys think LeCavalier is a bust, you guys actually don't know the definition of a bust.
No, LeCavalier is not a bust, but I think it's hilarious that we're
We
even
know
talking
that he
about
isn't.
LeCavalier.
So you take it
He's
back.
He's not a good fighter. He can't beat.
Even the year they won the
beat
cup.
Iginla.
The year they won the cup, he was fourth in the team in scoring in the season and the playoffs. Like, which, whatever, it's okay. But I don't think LeCavalier was as good as everyone.
Who was first that playoff series for the Lightning, Jeff?
When
You
you
know,
throw all that
Probably
together,
St. Louis.
that's-
I think
Brad
it was.
Richards.
I don't know if. I don't think it was. It was.
Him or Stillman or Richards, probably. But
That's who I think it was.
That's
But
I
anyway,
thought Brad Richards. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Richards.
oh yeah. Well, he got the MVP or the
Conn Smythe.
Conn Smythe, yeah.
Yeah.
That was one.
My last one is Patrick Laine. And the reason I comes to my head, there's the library at my kid's school where you do book fairs. They have a poster you can buy and it says superstars on it. And it's got McDavid, Matthews, Stamkos, Crosby, Ovechkin, Laine. Laine's not even, he's the third best player in his team.
You know, that's probably.
And he's called a superstar. And You know what? That guy had good years, one great month. Other than that, he's been pretty pedestrian. Plus, you're a superstar and you asked to play on the first line. You're supposed to be a line driver, right? If you're a second overall pick
Oh,
and a
sounds like bust.
superstar, right? So
Sounds like a bust.
no, it's not a bust when you score, 30.
42 or something, I think, that one year.
Put the shovels down, boys. On this bus.
Yeah, you guys, it's really,
Bust out the dozer.
when you embarrass yourself, you try and make us look dumb, but it just doesn't work. Too bad. Oh, anyways, that's
You got to
my
remember,
fault.
I could have taken Michelle Wee off of mine, but I still, in my mind, just, God, she's still overrated. She's still overrated. So
All
let's
right.
hear it, Wilson.
Wilson, let's
Wilson,
hear the rebuttal.
I'm guessing
Okay.
Wilson doesn't have Favre on his list.
No.
Jeremy shocking.
Okay, I'm gonna start off with the one that I was questioning even going there because it's kind of a difficult one. Because so last week, who all put Jeter on their list at shortstop?
I did, but I bet you picked
Yeah.
him because
All three of you guys did, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm saying he's overrated. Now, was your guys' lists about careers or was
Favorites.
favorites.
it favorites?
Who you'd want?
Oh
I guess.
yeah. Okay. The thing about Jeter that I'm just like, because when you look at shortstops in their prime, and I always used to like I was an anti-Yankees guy, right? So I always used to kind of like the Nomar Garciaparra era where he was on fire there.
Mhm.
If you go look at the stats and you go compare to the two, I'd say Nomar in their primes and with the statistics and everything like that has the edge. No, he wasn't a better fielder. I'm not going to say that.
Wilson, he had 3,000 hits. How can you say someone that has 3,000 hits be
Oh,
overrated?
And,
I'm
and
saying-
if
I'm
anybody's going to
saying-
question, no, Wilson. If anybody's going to question Jeter's prowess, it's on defense.
Yeah, what I'm getting at, the point here is
Playoff.
in the championships and stuff, I just think he's overwhelmingly always number one. And I always just kind of think it's same with LeBron, I guess. LeBron, you're not going to discredit LeBron. You're just going to say, is he overhyped? And I say the same thing with Jeter. Look what Lane he started listing off the chicks that he's been with. Like, he gets overhyped with some of the publicity of that whole thing, opposed to the baseball stuff. So I sit there and I kind of even was thinking about last episode. I almost tossed Dan Uggla in here because the fact that he was even mentioned in that list might make him a little overrated.
He's a good guy, though.
Great guy.
Yeah, great guy. I do. Dan's a good guy.
No
Yeah.
wonder his forearms are so big. The guy just rifles through 80 autographs in a moment.
There you go. See, now that's what I'm talking about.
Anyway, Jeter's my one, I guess. And not to really take anything away from him, I just think he always gets that nod. And it's a little bit more to do with the publicity side, and just like the social side, I guess. Anyway,
Kids lucky you
I hope
I'm sorry,
I know.
Wilson.
Well,
If you,
I'll probably get some flack on it. Like I
no,
Bear,
Wilson,
Pitt,
if
Maley
you
are
bang
gonna
Jessica
jump
Alba
down
and
your
Jessica
throat.
Biel, you're my number one too. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay, number 2, and I'll just cut straight to the Pratt going after LeBron thing. I have Chris Bosh on here.
Yep, he was going to be
For
on
the
mine.
simple fact that
Yeah.
everyone goes, "Oh, it's the big three." Okay, when Bosch was on Toronto, he was hacked. Like, "Oh, this guy can't lead a team. This guy can't do that. Like, he's not that good." Like, he was, and I was a big Raptors fan, and I was really looking for someone after Vince, so I was pumped about Bosch. And borderline could have been called a bust until he went to Miami, and then figured out what his role should have been from the beginning, and basically played it to finish that off. So I sit there and everyone hacks on LeBron for going, "Oh, building the super team." But hey, okay, Dwayne Wade for sure. Like that he's awesome. But Chris Bosh to be included in that is a stretch. Way overrated in my mind. So, I mean, if Pratt, you're going to give him the Cleveland one, give him give them the Miami Heat ones, and
Bosch was on stage for their big performance, so
oh, I
that
know.
was
Not,
bizarre.
not 3, not 4,
That was
Yeah.
bizarre.
not 5.
I know. Okay. Oh man, I gotta almost skip this one for the bus comment. Tim
uh-oh.
Tebow.
Ebo, yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's a bust.
I considered
It's
throwing him
so
up there.
bust. It's not overrated.
I considered throwing him up there.
I just, yeah. It's more of a bust.
Can we at least
Although
agree on one thing? The line between a bust and being overrated is
it's very close. It's close.
Okay,
The
yeah.
thing about what I remember.
Shut up,
Do you
Jeff.
remember when
shut the fuck up.
Tebow beat
Oh God.
Boomer? Remember when Tebow beat Pittsburgh
Yes, I remember when Tebow beats Pittsburgh.
in his only year, right? Like that was his only year. I remember watching that whole thing and thinking, God, this guy is brutal. And even some of the games, like
He was so bad.
it was so bad. It was the
Both
defense.
teams
that
were
won.
awful.
So I just sit there and I remember thinking, wow, everyone is just bowing down to this guy, and he is not like he's got no career in the NFL. So I kind of go back to those times a little bit more, but let's call a spade a spade. That is a bust.
But also, he was very overrated.
He was a damn good college player.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Was he not? He was
I
great.
we could go there with a million players, Jeff.
So to me, he's fully a bust, right? Yeah, like you said.
I got a couple more old schoolers that I didn't actually get to watch. I just am kind of so surprised at how much they come up. And one, just a little shot at Boomer, but
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Bradshaw. He almost made my list because of it.
it's
Because-
just, I mean, he's old, like he's got 4 Super Bowls. That's the only reason why. But it's just because of the steel curtain and that.
It wasn't
whole era.
him.
So
It wasn't him.
I know, and it's
Franco Harris.
yeah. Well, he's part of the reason why. Yeah, like I pick him as a more of an impact guy than Bradshaw.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
The next one, and this is a bit of, once again, almost a cop-out because I've been saying this for so long. Joe Namath is like, he made the call and he made like that Super Bowl kind of just a big deal. I think it was almost another one of those things where football needed that guy and he played that role and he kind of uplifted the sport, but God, he wasn't good.
No, he wasn't.
He
And
wore
people
fur
say that
coats and drank
all the
beer in
time.
the locker room and smoked butts.
Yeah.
That's my kind of guy.
Well, that's why people loved him. He's still
Broadway
hitting
Joe.
on reporters to this day. But
Yeah, I think he had a better QB rating than Joe Flacco by about 2 points, though.
well, I think he was 2-1. He was 2-1 in the playoffs, so he's got a better playoff record than Favre.
Ooh,
That
Joe
winning percentage, anyway.
really Namath. Well, by volume, I guess Joe Namath wins 66% of the time.
That's what I mean. His winning percentage is better, but so
Yeah.
Lane can still go fuck off about this. But
Good list. That was a lot of.
Oh, that got
I think we all
ferocious,
hate
boys.
each other. Actually,
Yeah.
we may not come back after the break.
We are going to, before we do our break, Jeffrey, we're gonna do the rapid fire. We're gonna do the rapid fire on the NHL playoffs. Yeah, we're gonna get her.
Lane, I gotta piss. So let's not make me go in the corner here. Let's take
He's going in the corner again. He's going in the corner again.
Okay, so Wilson took his piss break, so we're back, and so we're gonna have a little fun with this. We're each gonna put $20 in the pot. Winner gets the pot. We're gonna pick the winner of each series. 1 point for the winner of each series, and 1 point extra if you guess correctly the amount of games it went. So we'll start first with Edmonton, Chicago. We'll go around the horn. I'm taking Chicago. Oh, sorry.
Question: is it $20 a guy and it's paid out after the play-in round?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if it was
Or
paid.
unless
at the
you
end.
want to keep going with it. Well, we can do another one after that for $20.
Here, we'll let the juice run. Yeah, let's just.
So yeah, after this, the play-in round's done. We'll reassess.
Okay.
$20 each after the play-in round. Chicago, Edmonton. I'm taking Chicago in 4.
And Oilers get the first overall pick.
Probably, yeah. Pratt,
I got Hawks in 5, and Oilers get the first overall pick.
okay. Boomer,
Edmonton in 5.
Wilson,
I'll go Edmonton in 4.
okay. Winnipeg and Calgary. I got Winnipeg in 4.
I got Jets in 5.
Flames in 5.
Calgary in 5.
Okay. Arizona, Nashville. I've got Nashville in 5.
What did you pick?
Nashville in 5.
I got Preds in 3.
Boomer,
Zona in 5. They're a wagon, boys.
Okay, Biz.
Nashville in 4.
okay. Vancouver, Minnesota. I've got Vancouver in 4.
I got Vancouver in 4.
I got Vancouver in 4.
Sure.
Okay, so that series is a complete wash. We'll move over to the Eastern Conference. Carolina and New York. I've got the Rangers in 5.
I got the Canes in 5.
Canes in 5.
Oh, you just want to jump ahead of me there?
Oh,
eh?
just
I got
keep it
New
moving
York
here.
in
It's
5.
a little dull for the viewers, I think.
I got New York in 5.
Florida and the Islanders. I've got Florida in 5.
I got Florida in 3.
Florida in 4.
Florida in 4.
Pittsburgh, Montreal. I got Pittsburgh in 3.
Actually got Pens in 4.
Pittsburgh in 4.
Pens in 3.
And Columbus and Toronto. I've got Columbus in 5.
I got Leafs in 4.
Leafs in 4.
Leafs in 4.
Excellent. Woo! I like it, boys. I like it. Now,
Oh, God.
I've been just waiting for this. I spent some good time coming up with these lists. I really like it. So we're going to explain again. We did this last episode. It's going to be a little trivia contest, Schwab type of environment. Each guy's going to they're going to announce right now who they're playing for. The winner of this, the person they're playing for, is going to win a free pizza. So, Boomer, who are you playing for?
Arnell Pidhorny, regardless of his win tonight.
Ooh.
I love Pitt, but come on.
Okay,
Sorry, man. He likes more of my tweets than he likes of yours.
Pratt.
I'm playing for it's a pair of guys, Josh Bath and Colton Vielander, a couple of TSNM boys that love the show. I want to feed those boys a lunch.
Okay, and Wilson.
I'm going to go with Big Mo Morgan.
Good.
Oh,
Just because he chirped Lane that one time, and there's nothing more than that.
I'm glad somebody picked him. He deserves to have a
I
chance.
know. I was.
Yeah.
Does he have a Scotty Cameron made for the Canucks? Is that
I don't know if that's legit or what. I know that he took a 10 on hole 4 last year, and I played for him. Played with him in the Classic. But
if he's got the putter, I would almost forgive it because that's expensive to do, and to put yourself out there as a Canucks fan on the golf
No,
course.
I just know he took that 10 like a fucking champ. Hilarious.
That's awesome.
Okay, so
We have our first of 5 swears tonight, guys.
I'm going to, for each category, so it's fair, I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 10. First guy that gets it goes first, and we'll go counterclockwise from where
I
it
don't
is.
know where they say, but yeah. Go ahead.
You'll see what I mean. So I got a number between 1 and 10. Boomer,
4.
he got it. So
On
Boomer
fire.
gets to go first for the first category, and we'll redo it again. It'll go Boomer, Wilson, Pratt in that order.
4.
It's going to be so wicked when I don't get any right.
You keep going until you don't get any more. You've got 8 seconds, and total points wins. So The first question.
I'm so nervous. Wow.
What sport?
This is baseball.
And who's after Boomer?
You are.
Okay.
And you go until you can't get any more, and then you're out in the gut. If you're
Okay.
still in, you can keep going, right, to get points. So the question is, there are 32 answers to this question.
Whoa.
There are 32 players in MLB history to have 3,000 hits. Who are they?
Ichiro Suzuki.
That is one, Boomer.
Pete Rose.
Correct?
Holy. Ty Cobb.
Correct.
Paul Molitor.
That is correct, I believe. Hold on a sec. Yeah.
Who else?
Roberto Clemente.
That is correct.
George Brett.
Correct.
Happened. Larry Walker.
Who?
Larry Walker.
That is incorrect.
Jeter.
That is correct.
Oh, I thought he was set.
Jeff.
Robin Yount.
That is correct. Wilson. Four, three, two, one. You're out. You are out. Jeffrey, you can keep going if you got him.
Dave Winfield.
Correct.
What?
Correct.
You cut out there.
Correct.
2, 1.
Okay. Willie Mays.
Oh,
Correct.
What a brain cramp this is. Hank Aaron?
Correct.
oh.
Four,
Ricky Henderson?
three, correct.
Um,
4, 3, 2,
Babe Ruth?
incorrect.
Oh, really?
Correct, yeah.
I'm really sorry, Pid.
I'm mad at myself.
So
So am I. I
God,
knew
there's
Willie
gonna be
Mays.
obvious ones I missed. Holy,
Willie
this is
Mays
hard.
I'm mad about.
1, 2, 3,
Ted
4.
Williams. Oh my God.
Ted Williams.
Okay, so after that one, Jeff's got 7, Wilson's got 3, Boomer has 2. Guys, you missed some. Just
I know. Holy.
Pujols, Beltre, A-Rod, Biggio, Palmeiro, Ripken, Boggs, Tony Gwynn, Eddie
Gwynn.
Murray.
Tony.
I thought A-Rod was under.
No, A-Rod's there. Rod Carew, Yastrzemski, Stan Musial, Honus Wagner.
Okay, next
The list is
category.
extensive. So,
Put that in the rear view.
Jeez.
okay.
Good one though, Laner. Good
Really
pick.
neat. So, okay. I got a number between 1 and 10. Wilson, you get to start this time.
4.
Nope.
5.
Nope.
6.
Yep. Boomer, you will start clockwise. Boomer, Wilson, Jeff. NBA.
Oh God. I would have sat out.
There are
Michael
26
Jordan.
answers for this.
Michael Jordan.
Okay. 26 players in NBA history that have scored 25,000 points. Name them.
All right.
Michael Jordan.
Correct.
Kareem.
Correct.
Chamberlain.
Correct.
Larry Bird.
That is incorrect.
I know nothing about basketball.
Kobe.
Correct.
Karl Malone.
Correct.
Mm.
Four.
LeBron.
Oh, if you would have not got that,
Wow.
I would have freaking lost it. Jeff.
Moses Malone.
Correct.
Pratt looked this. There's no way he knows who Moses Malone is.
What did I look up?
On his
David
sheet
Robinson.
he got below his laptop.
Incorrect.
No! Is Tim Duncan? Oh, shit.
Expensive
Tim
episode.
Duncan.
Wilson.
That is correct.
Fuck!
Dirk Nowitzki.
Correct.
Not a good pick.
Reggie Miller.
Mm-mm.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Oh, correct.
oh.
Really?
Garnett.
Correct.
Yeah. I can't believe the Admiral.
I'm just glad I'm not playing for puppies
Four.
and kitties.
3, 2, 1. And
Jack. Oh,
oh
oh,
No.
Shaq.
Was Patrick Ewing on there?
no. Shaq was on there. Did not get it in time.
Damn it.
Boy,
That's all right. I'm ahead here.
left a
Who?
fucking lot of meat on
What was the
bone
last
here.
one?
He said Shaq,
Oh, Shaq.
I was
but he
late.
didn't get it in time.
Oh, I'm so mad about David
Elijah
Robinson.
won. Oscar Robertson, Wilkins, Gervin,
Dominic Wilkins. Oh,
Paul Pierce, John Havlicek, Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, Pierce.
Carmelo Anthony is.
Carmelo Anthony has that many points?
Played a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Yeah. Same as Pierce, I guess.
Okay, so
Whew.
Boomer's got 3.
What does Robinson have? 24,800 or something?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. If this was a guessing numbers between 1 and 10 competition, I floor both of you.
Well, Pratt is out to a rather large 14 for Pratt, 6 for Wilson, 3 for Boomer.
And we're on hockey.
We are moving on to hockey. I've got a number between 1 and 10. Pratt, you get to go this time.
1.
Off. Yeah, you got it.
Oh, I didn't want it.
Well, unfortunately, you got it. Hockey, 26 answers. The 2014 Team Canada gold medal roster.
Oh,
That won gold. Name the 26 players. There's actually 27, if you can get it. And I'm not allowing coaches or management. Just players.
okay. Start. Sidney Crosby.
Correct.
To me?
Yeah.
Even Stamkos.
Correct.
Jerome McGinley.
That is incorrect.
What?
It's incorrect.
Johnny Taves.
Correct.
What are we talking about again?
Holy shit.
Oh.
Boomer.
This-
4, 3,
Like 15 seconds.
2.
This is pathetic.
Holy.
I'm the worst at this shit. I lock up worse than
Why
any-
didn't you say, do I keep going or does that matter?
You can keep going. Yeah.
One already. Why do you keep going?
Gatzlaff.
Correct.
Perry.
Correct.
Yeah, he's on there.
Doughty.
Correct.
Um,
I'm
Thornton.
looking.
Sorry?
Joe Thornton.
Incorrect.
Oh, really? Okay. That's
Jamie
pretty bad
Benn.
still of me.
Jamie Benn, Bergeron, Carter, Duchesne,
Bergeron. Oh my God, Marchand.
Marleau, Nash, Sharp, Steven Stamkos, who did not play but was named to the team. Martin St. Louis took his place. Tavares, Bouwmeester, Hamhuis, Keith Petrangelo, Subban, Vlasic, Weber, Luongo, Price, Mike Smith.
Oh, I didn't think of goalies. Jesus, that's embarrassing though. It's
I'm
hard.
actually mad because I had saved a few. Like Weber, I just thought Iggy was on there and I was pumped. I wanted to name him.
Now, Jeff, I know you did well in this, but can you honestly tell me that it is that easy when you're sitting there and your
It's-
brain is going in like a massive circle trying to remember shit?
Absolutely, it's harder for sure.
I'm so excited to ask the questions next time.
It's yeah.
I love
But I
this.
still
So
think I did okay.
yeah,
Josh
you
and
absolutely
Colton.
You
did.
studied your NBA today. I know you,
How the fuck?
Moses Malone. There's
Yes.
no way you knew that.
Holy man!
I knew Moses Malone because I said Carl Malone.
And you just think that the
Moses Malone is like, if I'm not mistaken, he's like a triple double guy. Even I know he has rebounds.
Moses Malone is just not a name you would know.
Yeah, Moses Malone is pulling
Oh
it
my
up
God.
in there.
I even said last episode when we went off, I said I know history of basketball. If Wilson went versus me in the last 10 years, he'd slaughter me. But I watched basketball.
Wilson,
I was
I
into
gotta
it.
say, I'm a little disappointed with the meat you left on the bone on the NBA one. I thought for sure you would have gone deep into that one.
I actually, Robinson was 20,000. I actually thought he had the big game. You know what threw me off? He's got, I think, the second most points in an NBA game.
Yeah. Very misleading stuff. Like I said, I thought those were fair questions, were they not, Jeff?
Oh, they
Yeah.
were.
If I scouted, why would I say Moses Malone and not fucking Pierce or Carmelo?
Completely unfair.
Carmelo, that's got it. Like I thought for sure you guys would get Carmelo because like that's all he does is score.
I would have never guessed Carmelo.
It should have triggered when I got LeBron, right?
Where was Iverson?
Hockey team. I'm just sick about that.
Iverson was
Play
not
a full
on
career though.
the list.
I think he did
Dodgers
a lot of points.
2-1.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah.
Anyways,
That was fun, guys. Great stuff. So your buddies at work are gonna get a pizza.
yeah.
Make sure to let them know that. Because I definitely do they even follow us on Twitter? That shouldn't even be fair.
I don't know, but they love the show. We talk about it all the time at work.
Perfect.
like,
That's good stuff. So
Boomer's a joke.
a couple plugs we're gonna throw in to finish off the show here. We are doing our junior event Sunday night.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna have that coming up for everybody. The hockey pool, they have to be in by next Friday night.
The date. What is it, Wallace? The date.
Sorry?
The date number.
July 31st. Yeah,
Okay, there you go.
July 31st. They got to be in. The play-in rounds start on Saturday, which is great. We've got the men's classic coming up, which is going to be awesome. All three. Unfortunately, Boomer is still on the shelf. I hate even saying that, but he is not able to play.
Yeah.
The other three of us will definitely be getting a little dirty that weekend. So, as Dustin has said before, the famous Jim Wilson quote, "She's a cage match out there." And I looked at the weather today, and oh boy, she is not fat guy weather. So it's going to be a rough battle for me. 4 days of plus 30, boys. She's definitely stroke time. Other than that,
I got a local shout out for you.
I was just gonna say, where are we going with the local shout out?
I gotta give mention to these guys. Basically because on this thing we try and promote the Estevan Junior Golf Program as much as we can.
I know where you're going with it, Jason Cade or Jason Chase.
Jace. No, you gotta give Jace credit. I mean, he shot 68 today at the Legends at the amateur, and I've played that course. And if it's windy at all, that's a sick round. So right now, as it stands, he's -1. He's 10 back. But I'm also going to mention Chase Geddick in this too, because he's went 77, 71, 71. And that's also two very, very good rounds.
You went back to back 1 under. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Like that's a course, like for anybody who hasn't played it, if it's not windy, you can score very well, but you have to put the ball in the right place off the tee.
Yeah.
It's not a simple course. It's not just tee it up and hammer it. You got to place it in the right spot.
I played with Chase at White Bear, I believe, last year.
Yep.
Kid's a phenomenal golfer. I will. It was fun watching him play around the golf. So, yeah.
That goes to show how overrated we are as golfers.
Oh God, we suck. For everyone, just so everyone knows, like I'm going to be in the 5th flight after the Classic qualifying. Pratt probably 3rd, 2nd flight. Maybe sneak into the horse race if he has a good round. Wilson, no offense, I know there's
Skip the first flight
for you somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. I got a feeling you and I will be in the same flight. It should be a fun weekend. We're really looking forward to it. The horse race yet to be decided. We will see what happens next week. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Hockey starts next weekend, folks. It's getting to be a good time of year. We got lots to discuss, lots of stuff to debate, and most of all, our top 5 lists are getting dicey at best. Ooh.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this one. There was a lot of heat. There's a lot of heat on it.
A lot of heat coming off it. Yeah. Just so everyone knows, I intentionally put Favre on my list to stir the pot.
I don't know if Pratt put anybody intentionally on his list. I just think that's what he believes. Part of me is kind of okay with that, but whew,
I got a great list.
yeah, stab.
We will close it off for another week, folks. Glad you watched us. We'll keep on doing it.
Thanks
Ice
for
Factory,
sponsoring.
Thank you, Tap House. Thank you, Ice Factory.
Pete. Pizzas, people love them. People can't get enough of them. Obviously, best pizza in town. We'll see you guys next week, and we'll be probably digging a little more into the hockey stuff. And we'll see you on Twitter. Have a good week, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.